ask you about your experience or challenges or any struggles during pandemic times.
My observation during quarantine, there are many people stop and lose their job, and there are many business and establishments that affected. Our economy will be overwhelmed, especially if we are not listening to the advice of our DH and to our president. Just like my sister, working in Tacloban, she also suffered because of losing her job, and it's very difficult for her, and she can give money to me because she didn't have a work. The reality is I'm staying at my cousin's house and stayed here since when I was grade 8. And his family want me to stay with them because they told me that if I stay with them, they can help me and support me in my study. Then I consented because it's also a good opportunity for me because my parents are separated in a long time. Back in my experience, now I see my cousin, I experience struggle, especially in module and in home. I need to divide my time for work at home and for my modules. And now sometimes I can feel tired, that's why I can pass my module in time because of my situation. In learning, if we communicate to our teachers and classmates via cell phones or laptops, it's very hard for me in this way because the internet in my barangay is very low. In new normal, it's hard for the people or the students who didn't have much money to buy a phone or laptop and internet connections. That's why I hope it will back to normal so that we can have a face-to-face class, and I will be happy with that because I can also hang out with my friends. We back in times of pandemic. I can avoid to feel dread, fear, tired, losing hope, afraid, and sad because of the crisis that we faces now, and I don't know if when this ends. So to avoid it, I'm doing things that can make me happy, like planting, playing with my nieces, nephews, and cousins and sisters, and anything that can help me to avoid depressions. In this new normal, I can feel depressed and stressed because of having too much activities than before. And it's very hard for me because I'm senior high students and our lesson is more on research, and it's hard for answering the activities without the guide of my teachers. In classroom learning in schools, it's not difficult for me to learn because there are teachers who discuss and explain our lessons for me to understand the topic. And if I have concerns or questions, I can ask them in person. When pandemic comes, it has taught me to be grateful in life for not everyone privileged to have such necessaries. Others suffering during the pandemic because they have no work, and the students suffer to their online class and etc. During this pandemic, is health is truly our wealth. As I can see on the news, there are lots of people who are suffering with COVID-19. The number of COVID-19 cases here in the Philippines is increasing day by day. If you're not healthy, then don't even expect that you will not be infected. As the day passed by, I realized that our health is very important. Just keep yourself always eating a healthy food and don't waste your time in things that not worth it. I also learned to be independent, and I didn't think negative things and thoughts. Don't panic and do not immediately believe what others say because nowadays it is difficult to trust. In pandemic, we all changed this year. The emergence of the pandemic has tested us and profoundly affected our lives all around the globe. We have felt and seen its effect: death, isolation, economic cessations, school suspension, rise of unemployment rate, and trouble and contact restriction, to name a few. It seems that the whole world has essentially shut down, and it seems to me like it is not real, but we need to believe and strong. Now I have learned during this pandemic is being more aware of the happenings in my country, especially the whole world are facing it. With the with the opportunity of having cell phones and television at home, I am able to be aware, alert, and updated of the news happening around the world. Then to know more about myself, manifesting and reflecting more about improving myself is a good way to learn that growing also takes time, and learn to be thankful in simple things is good and crucial in this time of suffering and hardship. This pandemic taught me to listen, to care, to respect, be generous, to help, love, and the importance of life. I learned to have more patience because in the pandemic there are many changes. So if I were you, we need to stay at home to avoid spreading the virus, especially to the people who are infected. You need to stay at home so that you can infect others. Don't go out if not needed. We need to have pity to our frontliners that always dare to face and to fight for our own good. And they trying to do their best for them to help us, and even I experience difficulties. I will try my best to finish my module and study hard to have a good future and career so that I can help my family and my cousin who harbor me. Now we need to follow the protocols. Always wear masks, eat healthy foods, take vitamins, do exercise, wash your hands in 20 seconds, maintain social distancing, and always use alcohol or hand sanitizer before after you go out. Always believe that we can surpass this all challenge and crisis that we are facing. Be strong, be positive, and further, have trust in God and faith in Him. That's all. Thank you.